to absolutely no one's surprise, after everything that went down at Ironman, we have a release, or whatever you want to call it, from both Jett Lawrence and Lars Lindstrom, the team manager. Now, if you missed this, in race one, Jett Lawrence jumped the gate, fouled it, whatever you want to call it, pushed it over, and they gave him a 1-lap penalty because apparently they said, he started in front of the field, whatever. It is a established rule book, or established rule in the rule book, that is either a 1-lap penalty or DQ. So you got to kind of say, yes, it's good that he got the 1-lapper, whatever. In race one, that took him from a 3rd place finish down to 17th. On the day, he ended up going 17-1 for a 6th overall finish. Now, does this in any way, form, shape, hurt his championship? No. His brother Hunter ended up getting the overall, going 2-2, and in the overall point standings at the moment, Jett has 412 and Hunter has 365, so he still has a pretty healthy lead, and that's the jump right there. Hits the gate, pushes it over, technically starts in front of everybody else, so that is the reasoning. They even had this on the broadcast. They brought Mike Peltier on to explain it, that it is an established rule in the rule book that if you jump or foul the gate, it's the penalty that it was. Now, does it really help him at all? No, because if you watch after that, he gets an absolutely horrible start, which is no surprise considering he has to ride over the gate. But we do have a quote from him saying, "Ups and downs today. I tried some new things with my stomach because I've been struggling to digest food between motos, and I think the tablets I took kept digesting everything so quickly that by halfway I had no energy. Bit of bummer there. Obviously, there was an incident in the first moto, which in my mind is kind of silly because I feel like the AMA has double standards. We've got guys cutting the track and they don't do anything. I guess this is what we have to deal with. But they might need to get better at realizing who they need to penalize. I came back and won the second moto. We'll leave it with that." Now he did. Obviously came back, won second moto. I mean, obviously in normal Jett fashion, he was super fast. I mean, even in the first moto, going from the start he had to finishing 3rd, just incredible. But again, we also have a release quote, whatever you want to call it, from Lars Lindstrom saying, "This roller coaster that we call racing always surprises you with something new, and today was no different. Jett rode unbelievable today, but it was overshadowed by a penalty that we did not agree with at all. The fact that he went from 25th to almost winning the first moto was incredible, and his first 2 laps of the second moto were absolutely insane. I wish there was an onboard camera on Jett for that." Now you gotta say, obviously, no team is ever going to go and say, "Oh yeah, no, that penalty, perfectly fair. We fully agree with it." That's just, you're never going to hear that. And it is apparently something that is an established rule in the rulebook. This isn't something that they made up on the day saying, this guy gets some random penalty because X, and well, that guy would get a different penalty because X. It's apparently an established rule, so you do have to play by the things that are already there. Now, if this was an arbitrary rule that somebody gave a penalty for that had no set limits, fine. You can argue that, they're penalizing the guy in first because whatever. It is stupid, very much. He technically didn't get an advantage after the actual start. I mean, he did start in front of everybody, quote unquote, because his front wheel was over the gate. But after that, it was a negative loss for him. But this is no surprising. I mean, obviously, this doesn't hurt anything either way. The championship is pretty much wrapped up. I don't think we're going to see Hunter in the next 2 rounds take a championship away from him. Honestly, here, 100 points. He's 60 points down. All Jett has to do is probably finish on the podium for the next 2 rounds and be perfectly fine. Somebody knows the math of that, whatever, figure it out. But I'm going to leave you guys, comment down below, tell me what you think. Stupid penalty, should it have been given, are you okay with it? Whatever it is, comment down below, tell me what you think. While you're down there, make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it really just helps me out. I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.